Round start.
Rocco has a marsh flats, cracking it for a scrubland, shortcutting as he casts a bop. Peyton plays a City of Brass into a Chrome Mox, he imprints a Fluster, and casts a Soul Ring, ending with a Bloom Tender. Tayam has a Command Tower and passes. Tony will shock in a Temple Garden and cast a Delighted Halfling. Rocco plays out a High Market and casts a Tinder Wall, but passes it there. Peyton untaps and casts Thrasios. He'll play out a Verdant Catacombs and cracks the fetch. Rocco will respawn with an Archivist of Ogma as Peyton finds a Savannah and Rocco draws a card. Peyton then casts a Yoshimaru into a Biomancer's Familiar, passing after that. Tayam plays out a City of Brass, taking one for a Devoted Druid. Tony has a Gaia's Cradle and casts his Commander Selvala. Rocco untaps and Crop Rots, sacrificing his Scrubland. Peyton will Fierce it as Rocco sacrifices his Tinderwall for 2 red and uses one of it on a red Elemental Blast. Peyton will spin Thrasios, but bottoms it to reveal Swords, as the Fierce is countered and Rocco finds his Gaia's Cradle. Rocco then fires off an Abrade on the Biomancer's Familiar and passes. Peyton casts a Sylvan Scrying for his own Cradle. Yoshi will get a counter as it enters, and Rocco gets a draw off his Archivist. Tayam plays out a Horizon Canopy, tapping out for Tayam. Tony untaps and parlays. There's 2 non-lands as Tony makes 2 green. He'll then cast a Utopia Sprawl and follows that up with a Candelabra and a Badgermole Cub. He'll Earthbend on the Temple Garden, tapping the land for mana to untap it with a Cradle, as he then casts a Bright Glass Gearhulk. Peyton will spin Thrasios as he bottoms a card to reveal a Neoform, as the Gearhulk resolves, with Tony finding a Quirion Ranger and a Nature's Chosen. Tony then casts the Chosen, targeting Selvala, to which Rocco will redirect Lightning to the Badgermole, with Tony ending his turn with the Ranger. Rocco plays out a Dryad Arbor and casts a Ragavan. Next up is a Formidable Speaker, as he discards a Boromir for an Arena Rector, with Peyton at end step spinning Thrasios, bottoming the card to reveal a Nature's Rhythm. Peyton plays out a Deserted Temple and casts a Nature's Rhythm X=2, finding a Cloud of Fairies. Rocco draws as Peyton responds to the ETB by activating his Temple to untap the Cradle. Tony responds by activating his Ranger to untap Selvala, but responding to that, Peyton will Swords the Commander. The Ranger untap fizzles as the Cradle is untapped, retapped, and then untapped by the Fairies, as Peyton harmonizes the Nature's Rhythm, tapping Yoshi and making X=4, which can grab a Mio. And even with the draw to Rocco, the table scoop it up, as Emil can flicker the Fairy for infinite mana and to draw his deck with Thrasios.
Congrats to Peyton. I do have to point out though, the players chose to draw before this match even happened. But if that gets under your skin, or you think you have what it takes, the Quantum Grind has a 10K coming up in April. And if you want to save 10% off your entry fee, use code DEADONBOARD. And thanks so much for checking out the channel.